Hi everyone, this is a video to help you do some of your practice problems for 7B. This is really for people who don't have a lot of experience working with spreadsheets. So this will help you with working with either Microsoft Excel or with Google Sheets. There isn't a lot that you have to do with the spreadsheets, but at the same time, if you don't know a lot about how to input things or how to read the spreadsheet, this could prove to be a little challenging. So the problem that we're going to look at is the third problem for 7B. It's a multi-parter. There's questions 6 through 13. They're all going to use information that's in this example of a spreadsheet. If you click on this little icon here, you have a couple of options. One is that if you have Microsoft Excel in your computer already, you can click on Open in Excel, and you should see down here that something has downloaded. You click on that, and I don't know why it opened up over there. A spreadsheet should pop open that has all of the information in it that is from the problem. So if you look at the problem here, this is what's now in this spreadsheet here. And then you're going to be inputting information into column E. So just make sure that we understand reading a spreadsheet. This cell, these are all called cells. This is the cell D1. This cell here, the interest charge cell, is D7, right? So the $500 charge here is C1, right? So that's how we read cells. So this is E1, this is E2, this is E3. So each of the cells is designated by a letter and the number, so column and row. So this would be E5, okay? So that's one option that you have. The other option, you'll see copy to clipboard, and that means if you want to use a different type of spreadsheet, say Google Sheets, you can copy to a clipboard. So if I click on copy in clipboard, here's this information, and you need to right-click and choose copy because we want to put this in a different spreadsheet. If you're going to use Google Sheets, you can go to My Campus, open up the Google Drive. Under New here, click on that and choose Google Sheets. And what you should see is a blank untitled spreadsheet in Google Sheets. Same format as the Excel. Columns have a letter, rows have a number. So in this spot right in this cell right here, I'm going to click on paste, and you'll see that same information shows up here. You might want to drag the or widen the column D so that you can see this information a little bit better here. And again, we're gonna do a lot of work in the E column. So that's E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, and so on. Okay. So whether you use Sheets or Excel, you're gonna do the same work. So we're done with this. So I'm gonna work with you on a couple of questions, and then the last bit of it will be for you to do. So as we read this, copy the table into Excel. The customer carried over $500 from a previous billing period and did not use the card for 10 days. In cell E1, type equals 10 times C1. So I'm going to use Excel. I open up my Excel. It's really important that you type in the equals, and then we do 10. We use the star symbol to show times, and then type in C1. And you should notice that C1 has been highlighted. And if I hit enter, I get 5,000. Now this is currency, so when I go to answer my question and it says the amount, what appears in the cell, we want to choose $5,000. All right. We check our answer. I get nice work. All right. So question number 7, the next question. The customer charged $50 for gas and did not use the card for another 10 days. in cell E2, type this formula, 10 times parentheses C1 plus C2 parentheses. Okay, so going back to my sheet, in E2, I hit equals, I do 10 times parentheses C1 plus C2 parentheses. Okay, so now you should notice that these two cells have been highlighted, and we're going to add them together and multiply by 10, and when we do that, we get 5,500. Now again, since we're talking about money, when I click on my options here, I'm going to choose $5,500 or $5,500, and we check our answer, and we get excellent, and then we hit OK. So now you're going to answer question 8, 9, 10, 8 through 13 are going to use the spreadsheet. So you'll be inputting formulas into each of these cells and then getting information from that to help you answer the questions. So the key thing here, right, is making sure that that equal sign is there. Now, they do ask you to make a sum. So there's a couple of ways to do a sum. If I want to add these two together, I can type something like equals E1 plus E2. That's those two. And that will add those together. And I hit enter, and that's what I get. I get their sum. Another way to do a sum is to type in equals, and then type the word S-U-M, and you see the word sum right there. Then you put E1, comma, E2, parenthesis, and hit enter. And you get the same thing. So you can either type in the individual cells, or you can type in sum equals sum E1 to E2. The last way that you can do it is you can come over here to this thing called auto sum, and if you hit this drop down menu, there's the word sum right there. So you click on that, and then you highlight the cells that you want to add together. So I just took my cursor and I highlighted those two cells. I hit enter. I get $10,500. So there are three ways. You can either type the cells that you want to add together. You can type the word sum and then put the two cells that you want. Or you can use the auto sum and you sum there, and then it will and then you highlight the two cells. You highlight, so we'll do it again. I'll try it again. You click on sum, you highlight the cells you want to add, you hit enter, you get your answer. Okay, so at some point in the problems, you're going to have to add some things together. This is one way to add those things together. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call or stop by my office or send me an email. But hopefully this has helped you out a little bit working with a spreadsheet to answer several questions in 7B.